How's it going? Welcome back to the AFTV Women's Football Show with myself, Pippa Monique, bringing you the weekly news surrounding Arsenal women and the Women's Super League. This week, I'm joined by football coach, social media content creator, and the face behind She's a Baller, Nancy Baker.
Hey.
So energetic. I mean, she's literally got all the flu, everything.
Yeah.
Underneath the table, she's got medicine, Vicks. Who carries Vicks around with them?
Me, I've come prepared to make sure that I'm here and I can...
I'm trying to keep a distance.
Yeah, don't come too close.
Right, before we get into the weekend results and the midweek results, we've got to talk about the big news surrounding Arsenal this week. Tabitha Kerr, 28-year-old German international that only signed for us in July 2018, has just announced her retirement from football. How are you feeling about that?
I think it's a massive shame in terms of as you said, she's 28 years of age. She's won a World Cup with Germany. She has had so many injuries and that's really stunted her growth in terms of Arsenal fan awareness and her ability to showcase how great she is as a player. And I think all of that has added up and it's sort of made her come to this decision, which she wouldn't have taken lightly at all. And the girls, I'd like to assume, wouldn't have wanted her to not play either, and Joe, because they're such a tight team. But I feel like she maybe felt like she had no choice, or it was just getting to her so much that she's had to come to this decision. But I feel really gutted for it. Like, she's 28 years of age.
I know, so young. Did you read the Instagram caption? It was really emotional.
Yeah, it was just, you could tell that she
didn't want to do it.
She didn't want to do it, but she
had no choice.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
I mean, to play at top flight, especially to play for a club such as Arsenal, where it's so competitive, you're competing in so many different leagues, you want to play at your best. And I guess with the injuries that she had, but she can't be too down on this. I know I can't speak for her.
Yeah.
But if you look at her career, she, like you said, she won the UEFA Women's Champions League 2010. Yeah. She also won Olympics with her country for Germany, and she was instrumental in last season's win. Arsenal winning the league title.
Exactly.
So there's so many things to look back on and say, you know, I've done okay.
She's done great.
Yeah, not even okay, great.
I'd take them on a plate and run with them.
World Cup.
But
not World Cup, sorry, no. Olympics.
I said World Cup, not World Cup, Olympics.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's just so young, and I think it will be a big loss for the team. But I want to know what she's going to take further, where she's going to go. But then saying this, it's like Enia Luca's just renounced her retirement, and I'm actually really gutted about that because Ennie's amazing on and off the pitch.
Would you have liked to see her come back to the w.s.l when they retire?
Do you know what? I genuinely thought she would. Yeah. When she announced a few months back now that she was leaving Juventus, and I was like, oh my God, where's she going? I bumped into her on the train. I was like, hi. Like, spoke to her. I didn't ask her, but I was like,
you should have.
And then she announced, honestly, I was shocked. I was so shocked. But she is going to do amazing things, and for me, I can kind of be certain that Ennie's going to absolutely shine whatever she does. But with Tabby, I don't know what to expect, which kind of scares me because I'd like to have an inkling. But if I'm honest, I don't. And I'm really gutted she's not going to be playing and she's not going to be able to showcase how fantastic she is.
I know. Well, I spoke to her a while ago in a not a personal conversation. Me and Tim spoke to her for the podcast. And interestingly enough, back home in Germany, she was a policewoman.
Wow.
And I don't know, but the door may still be open for her to continue her career there. I know it's not football and it's literally two different worlds.
Still active if you need to pelt down and chase someone down.
Yeah, you never know. But enough of the bad news. Let's get on to the weekend's fixtures before we touch on midweek.
Yep.
A nice 4-0 win away at Brighton for Arsenal with goals from Jordan Nobbs, Beth Mead, Van der Donk and Jura Rould. 4 goal scorers. Welcome back, Beth Mead.
I like that. I like when I see different people scoring. I think it shines a light on everyone and it gives them their little... But then saying that, the teamwork within it as well, like Leah Williamson. Oh my God.
Have you seen where she's been pinging the ball? She's had about 3 or 4 assists in the last couple of games.
It's just like, teach me.
Yeah.
She's absolutely smashing it at the moment and getting assists, like playing like a team. That's exactly what Arsenal do. I pretty much watch them week in, week out, give or take.
Yeah.
And you just see how they're so together. Their movement, their connection on and off the pitch. They know exactly what they're doing and where they're going. And them balls that Leah's pinging, every single time someone's getting onto them.
And I think it's incredible how they obviously won the league last season and still managed to maintain a lead at the top of the table throughout the whole season. Especially when they've lost players like Emma Mitchell to Spurs, Tabitha Kerr retirement. They've still got so many injuries. I can't believe how well I can believe because they're actually amazing.
But
how well they're doing, because it's becoming, I say it every week, the competition is so tight now.
Yeah, definitely. I was looking at the table, and when you look at the top 4 teams, 3-4 teams, it's so good to see how much competition is, and it can change at any time.
Minute, yeah.
But then saying that, it's the same at the bottom of the league and in the middle of the league. I know you touched up on this with Sam last week, how it is like 3 divides, which not great.
But the Premier League's pretty much the same.
But that's football. That's football. It's quite big gaps, I've noticed.
Yeah.
Again, not great, but that's football.
If we look at the table now, quickly, before I touch on the other results, it's like at the top, 33 points for Arsenal, and then Man City 30 and 29. And at the bottom, Liverpool 3, Bristol City 6, and Birmingham City 7.
Yep.
It's a massive difference.
Yeah, there is a big difference.
Especially when you've all played around 11, 12 games.
Yeah. There's a big difference. But it's great to see that there is so much competition. You're not coming into the women's game as a spectator or someone who's passionate about the game itself and thinking, okay, this team's going to win it every single year on year. Yeah. There's actually what could happen next, which is really, really, for me, empowering to see, and I like it like that.
That is why this Sunday's game is going to literally, it could be a title decider, you know? It could be. Because you've got to remember that Chelsea still got a game in hand.
Yeah, I know.
And they're literally, 4 points behind?
I am so excited for this game. I love it. I love games where you just know it's going to be a juicy game. Like, I hope
it's not 0-0.
I went and watched Brighton versus Reading about a month back, and honestly, I swear to God, it was one of the best games that I've seen.
Yeah? What was the score? 1-0, wasn't it?
It was 1-1. It's a 1-1 draw.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was a 1-1 draw. One of the best games I've seen.
Why?
The passion and the want from both teams, they were just going for it. It was freezing as well.
Yeah.
The work rate, passion from both teams, the desire to win, come out in a draw, but it was just so good to watch. And there wasn't many people there either. And I sat there, I was like, why is there not more people watching this game? Such a fantastic game. It's like Spurs West Ham the other day. Amazing game. Literally, it was 9 minutes extra time.
Going on to Spurs West Ham. I mean, like, who was it that got the equaliser?
It was
Kenza Darley, wasn't it?
I think.
In the 90th minute. And then literally in stoppage time, I think it was like 90 minutes plus 4.
Well, I think it was 6.
Or 6.
Rihanna Dean come through.
Rihanna Dean come through. I mean, and then to top it off, the opening goal from Spurs was from Emma Mitchell.
Yeah, I know. You know, Rihanna Dean scored in every game against West Ham. Absolutely here for it. I love it.
She's a quality player, she is.
I was chatting to her, she was like, yeah, I think it's my lucky team. I was like, I think it is, mate, if you keep scoring like that. And she's got quite a few headers against them as well.
She's not doing too bad. So the final score there was 2-1.
Yeah, good game.
To Spurs.
Really good game.
Touch on the other games. I was actually at the Chelsea Bristol City game. I was covering it for Women's Matchday Show on Instagram. And shockingly enough, Chelsea went 1-0 behind. And literally everyone in the crowd was like, what is going on?
Well, I was at the Arsenal game. Yeah. And I was standing like quite close to XYZ. And I was like, oh my God, Bristol's got that 1-0. Well, I stand like near the pitch, so everyone's like, we're all doing score updates and that, like the people behind me and all the people that I know and this. I was like, oh my God, Bristol have gone up 1-0.
Yeah, it was literally...
No, someone said it to me and
you
then
had to go check.
No, it wasn't even that. I turned around and I was like, I bet you it was Ebbs.
Yeah, of course. Ebony
and they looked
again.
at me, they was like, yeah, well, I was like, I knew it.
Yeah. It was a cheeky little shot. She took her chance and she got it. And it was a nice goal. And I thought, this might get interesting because if you looked at the starting 11, Emma Hayes, it was her 200th game as well in charge for Chelsea.
Big up Emma, man. I love that. Love to see it.
Her starting 11 was not the strongest starting 11. There was a lot of players that don't normally get to start. And I was like, this could go in Bristol's favour. Yeah. But then, Chelsea came out in the second gear, third gear, fourth gear, and then fifth gear. And then before you knew it was 6-1.
They've got so much depth as a team. So much depth with all the players that they've brought in, the current players that they've had before they brought in their new players. Everyone wants to be in that squad. Yeah. There is such a fight, and I do think they are. Well, yeah, they're one of the strongest squads with everything that they offer, and they bring young players through. I love seeing that.
Reading 1, Birmingham City 0.
See, I think that would have been a good game as well. Obviously, I wasn't there to see it. I saw the goal, class goal.
Reading are a really quality team,
They are. I really rate them. I think. See, I feel like I just like underdogs. Yeah. I just love an underdog. I say this about everything. I love everything apparently, but I really do like to see teams Well, they're fourth.
Yeah, that win has
so
pushed
they're
them
not
up to
actually an
fourth.
underdog.
Yeah, I was going to say that
all,
win has pushed them up to fourth.
Sorry, then you're
yeah.
not an underdog anymore.
Yeah.
Still going to give them a little bit of my support though. But no, they're really, really good. They have some phenomenal players on their team, and they want it. They want it a lot. And I think Birmingham have got a strong squad too. Like, I watched Birmingham against Arsenal a few weeks back, and the work rate of some of their players from Birmingham was amazing to see. They just did not give up, and it made it so hard.
That's what you want to
Arsenal.
see as a fan as well, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. They just didn't give up. Williams in particular just kept going for Birmingham.
She's so passionate.
Yeah, and I was watching her play and I was like, wow, your work rate is unreal.
Yeah.
It was so great to see, and it's nice that players who I maybe don't notice as much, because you're kind of drawn to the names that
the names and
the names that you recognise and the faces that you know, etc., etc. But I love recognising players that I don't normally recognise and seeing like how phenomenal they are and how much of a good player they are. And because they're not in a team where you may not pay as much attention to or might not be around as much. I'm not from Birmingham, I don't get there that often, I'm not going to lie. So it was really, really good to see.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
Then again, this has happened for a second week in a row now. Or I think this is the third time this season. Another game has been postponed. Liverpool v Man United.
Yep. Pitch, right?
Waterlogged pitch. About, I think it was something to do with heavy rain the night before.
Yeah. It is worse up north.
I mean, a lot of managers, especially Emma Hayes, has made it very clear that she said that they've got Prenton Park's got the worst pitch ever, like in the league.
I do think,
and they weren't happy with that. The fact she said that.
No, she come back and apologised.
Well, that's good.
She came back and apologised. We can't really do anything about. I personally can't do anything about the pitches, but it is quite frustrating that games do get called off because of the pitch. But if you can't control it, you can't control it. So it would have been a really good game as well, I think.
They haven't announced a new date yet for that game, so that's another game in hand for those two teams. Got to wait it out.
I'd quite like to watch that game as well, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going. I'm joking. I might. Depends if it clashes with anything else.
Well, but I would like to watch it. I think
it'll be a good one.
Liverpool, again, watching them, they don't let many goals through.
But it's so unfortunate the position they're in, though.
They don't let a lot of goals through, but they
don't score. Like, and
so
it's football here, so you've got to either save goals and then you've got to score some. So if you're not doing either or,
that's exactly it.
You're probably going to go down to Championship, aren't you? Which will be disappointing for such a big club as Liverpool.
I think, I don't know, but then it gives room for teams like Aston Villa, potentially Sheffield United to come up.
Aston Villa doing well in Championship,
Yeah, they are. And so Aston Villa and Sheff, they played each other the other day. Aston Villa won 1-0. And I looked, and I'm pretty sure if Sheffield would have won, they would have been on equal points.
Ooh,
yeah.
Juicy.
And
we've still got a while for the end of the season. Still got a bit.
I look forward to seeing who goes down, because I think things could take a little reshuffling. So I'd be interested to see. But you never want to see anyone move down realistically. That's just me as a supporter of the women's game. And I think it does sometimes come into terms with how much support they have, who's supporting them, their crowd intake and their male counterparts. I don't know, it's not great to see, is it? I think you also touched up on it again last week. Liverpool men's squad are doing so well. The women's squad aren't doing as great, but I just don't think they're just having a great time, because they've got an amazing squad. Like, their team is a good team. Vicky is so passionate. She is one of the most passionate coaches I think I've ever come across. I've got so much time for her.
Don't know where they're going wrong.
Yeah, they're not getting battered every week.
Yeah.
They're not taking absolute batterings. They're putting in good shifts. They've got players who are really, really good. A lot of young players who are coming through as well. So I'd like to see a turnaround for Liverpool, because I don't think they deserve to go down. Yeah.
It's not too late.
I sound like a Liverpool fan.
Yeah, you sure? What's going on there? All right, that's enough of the w.s.l action over the weekend. Let's touch on the midweek games. County Cup, of course, I'm going to start with Arsenal first. Arsenal v Reading. It was a tight game, you know. As we touched on Reading, they're solid. I mean, I tried to speak to Farrah Williams after the game, but she's so passionate. Yeah. You could tell she was gutted that they didn't get through to semi-finals.
I think you would be, though, to lose 1-0 Quite a late goal as well.
86th minute, thank you, Captain Kim Little.
Yeah, okay. And I'm pretty sure, wasn't it Beth Mead took a shot and it went over the line?
I was saying this in my video.
She put it on her Instagram because I think Kunja got the picture.
Yeah.
Kunja got the picture and Beth's face is like... And then
to the line, like...
Is it? No, and then Tash is like...
Right behind her.
Yeah.
You need to see this picture.
It's the best thing ever because it's so funny.
Tash hardly knows it's gone over the line.
And I'm pretty sure Beth has added Tash saying, when you know it's gone over the line.
Yeah.
I thought I was howling. I thought that was class.
So literally it should have been 2-0. Because that got, if there was goal line technology in that game, I'm pretty sure the whole ball went over the line.
I don't like that.
I know, but still, I mean, it wouldn't have been such a dramatic game waiting for the 86 minutes to win.
But you want that.
We just want to get through to the semis nicely, you know? We've got a big game, we've got a massive game on Sunday.
Don't want no stress.
But if we just want a nice midweek game so we can recuperate for Sunday, or we can keep our lead at the top of the table. But we're through to the semi-finals, and the other teams that are through are Chelsea, Man City and Man United, and they are literally the same 4 teams that made it through to semi-finals last season. What do you think about that?
They're great teams, obviously.
Of course. Don't
get me wrong. Again, I like to see it mix and match. I like seeing teams that aren't in the mix. That's just me as a fan. I think it just makes it interesting. It adds to it. For me, it's more exciting. Because if I'm being completely honest, I could have probably predicted.
I think it was down to the way the draw had taken place as well. Like, it was literally like w.s.l against Championship. Yeah. So either way, there was always going to be like w.s.l teams in the semi-final. Yeah. So if it was a draw taking place differently, then we might have seen a little matchup.
Yeah,
you know?
But don't get me wrong, the teams fight for their place, so you can't disregard any team that have got to where they are. Yeah. They fight for their place, they put effort in week out, they train hard. So it will be good to see those games. There'll be good games, there'll be a lot of competition, there'll be a lot of want. So yeah, I do look forward to it. It's just, as I said, sometimes it's nice to spice it up a little bit, change it up, but that's how it's gone, and they fully deserve it because they've played their heart out to get there, and it'd be nice to see who draws who.
Just to update you on the scores first, it was Man City 4, Sheffield United 0.
Chef put a good shift in though.
Yeah, 4-0 though. 4-0 though.
Good shift, and they had two of their players weren't playing.
Okay.
Molly Green wasn't playing, and another player.
But looking at that, you always knew Man City were going to win, which is horrible to say, but the way Man City are playing, scoring goals all over the place no matter what competition it is.
Yeah, they're doing well, aren't they?
Man United 2, Brighton 1, Arsenal 1, Reading 0, and Chelsea 3, Aston Villa 1.
It was 0-0 at the break. That was really good to see. For me, I like stuff like that.
You're thinking who's going to
Emily scored in that goal. Remember I said Emily? Emily scored for Chelsea. It was her first
nice
goal.
One.
Yeah.
So the semi-finals are scheduled to take place on the weekend of 29th, 30th of January. The draw is going to take place this Saturday on BT Sports Score Show, Saturday afternoon around 3:15. And this year's final is going to be held on the 29th of Feb. It's not specified yet, but it's going to be in a neutral ground.
Do you think that's north or south then? Where do you think it's going to be?
I don't know, because last year it was at Sheffield. I think it was at Bramall Lane last year.
Yeah, I think so.
Hopefully it's a bit closer, because I'm hoping we get to it again, because since inception, since 2011, Man City and Arsenal are the only teams that have won this cup. Yeah. So we've won it 5 times, and Man City have won it 3 times.
The knowledge, I love it.
No, I wrote this down. I need to double check. I think we've won it 5 times. Man City have won it 3 times, and we faced each other in the past 2 finals. So we had them last season in the final. Yep. They clinched it on penalties. Obviously, we're veterans in this. We've won it 5 times, so I'm hoping that the ground, I know it's supposed to be neutral, but I'm hoping it's closer to London. just a bit closer.
Just so it's a bit more Arsenal.
Yeah. Yeah, so we can get loads of fans down there.
Who do you think will be in the final?
Oh, it's a tough one. Who have we got again? Oh, we don't know. We don't know who we got yet. So Saturday we'll find out who we have.
Yeah, but if you
who do I fancy?
Who do you think it could be in the final, regardless of how the draw goes? I know it does play a massive part, but
Arsenal Man City again? That would be. Oh God, I don't want that, to be honest. I wouldn't mind an Arsenal Man United. You know, that would be a good one.
Do you reckon?
Because since Arsenal haven't played Man United women that many times.
No. When they played them last season.
That was in the That was in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, that was
the semi-final.
Really good
semi-final,
game.
Yeah.
And United were championship then, still coming through the ranks.
And I think it was only 1-0 or 2-0.
It was a really close game.
It was a tight game.
I remember really close game. It is nice to see Man United as a championship team giving Arsenal a run for their money, though. It was really good to see that, because in some cases you do kind of think, oh, if it's a championship team against a WSL team's going to come out on top just for being full-time, having them extra little bits and bobs in place. So it was really good to see that it was a tight game. So whichever teams do make it to the final, I want it to be a really, really close, like end-to-end.
Not penalties again, though.
No, not penalties. It's exciting.
I mean, it was exciting, but there was so many chances in that game that it could have been it could have been put to bed, and I was just like, come on, what is going on here? But I hope you get to the final again. I want to be contending for all, I want to be contending for the league, the Continental Cup, and the Champions League, because we're still in all three of them and doing pretty well. So hopefully Arsenal can bring 3 titles home this season. No pressure. Absolutely no pressure.
But pressure.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure still.
No pressure, but pressure.
Yeah, they've got this in the bag. I'm pretty sure.
All 3 of them in the bag. Should we just start bagging them up now?
I was realistically going to say I can 2. I reckon we've got the league. Champions League, I'm not sure, because it's our first time back in it, and after a long time, and there's some really good teams in there, and we've got to get past PSG first. So
that'd be a really good game.
Can't wait for that.
Same.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
No pressure, we've got this. But big game on Sunday. It's sold out, unfortunately. I say unfortunately, but that's actually massive news. That's great news.
Love to see it. Women's football
Things
selling
we
out.
love to see.
That is what you love to see.
Yeah, and it sold out early. It sold out Monday morning.
So quickly.
And I was actually going to buy extra tickets, so I went to bring some people along. So I was at work and I went to go check them out. And I was like, why has it disappeared from the website? Called up Arsenal. I was like, yeah, I'm trying to get 2 tickets. And they were like, oh, it's sold out. I was like, what? Never have I heard that, ever.
Yeah, especially when you're trying to get tickets, and normally people are like, oh yeah, I've got 2 spare.
Yeah, I'm normally like, yeah, I can get you a ticket.
No, we're not giving you our tickets.
I was like, yeah, sorry, sons, you can't come to this one. Next time. I've actually bought tickets already for the Spurs one, so if you haven't got your tickets for that, learn from this mistake. Yeah, in North London Derby, get your tickets for the Spurs game. Get your tickets now. I've already got mine, so get yours, because you're going to miss out. For those of you who haven't got tickets for Sunday, you're going to miss out on a massive game. But remember, you can watch it on the FA Player. You can download that on Android and iPhone. Yeah. And it's, what's that term? Non-geo something. Basically, wherever you are in the world, you can watch it.
I really big up the FA for bringing the FA Player out. FA, well done on that one. Because when you're ill, like me,
you can't get to the game.
And you can't get to the game because you're in bed. You can watch, give or take, all of the games unless they're on a bigger channel. Yeah. Which is great, because you can access the games when you can't physically get there. But if you can get there, get to the games. Don't be someone who just stays at home and watches it. Like, get out.
I believe it's on BT Sport as well.
Yeah.
Don't quote me, but I'm sure it's on BT Sport on Sunday as well.
Be a big game.
Yeah. So,
but no.
And of course, I'll be keeping you updated on AFTV. So make sure you like and subscribe and keep tuned, because I'll be giving you all the updates on Sunday.
Should we do a little score prediction?
Oh, this is going to be hard, you know.
Also, can I just say, I genuinely believe this. Sam hasn't scored yet. Sam Kerr. Don't
say she'll score against us. Don't do that.
But
don't predict that.
No, I'm not predicting it. I'm just saying she hasn't scored yet, but she has been unreal. Clinical, clinical assist, work rate, little bits and bobs here. The link up with Beth England, really good to see. Jamie Lee, who's come through as well, she's doing great. The younger players, they're doing fantastic.
I will let you know the players that I'm worried about for Chelsea.
But you know if this is my theory. Yeah. Don't quote me on it. Well, you kind of will, but this is my theory. Once Sam scores,
she's not going to stop.
She's not going to stop. So, and I really like this, because I feel like she's getting a lot of negative backlash, which I don't agree with. But once she starts, she's not going to stop. So I'm really waiting for it, and I'm excited, because I'm rooting for her, because there's so much pressure on her, and I do really want to see her do well because of all the pressure, and I think everything that comes with it. So when she does score, to aid her assists, her work rate, etc., I really believe that it's going to be like a fireball rocket cannon, just...
Well, that's from a neutral standpoint. As an Arsenal fan...
That is neutral.
Yeah, but I agree. But as an Arsenal fan,
You're praying it's not on Sunday.
I'm slightly worried, because obviously Chelsea are the only team that we've lost to this season. Yep. They know
fantastic
how to close down Vivian Miedema, because they know that she's obviously the most clinical in front of goal. So It's going to be...
I love how stressed out you get.
It's going to be worrying to see how they set up against us. We've got to put up a very strong defensive performance. But if I was to predict, I can't predict, but I'm hoping, let's say... I think there'll be goals. I'll say 3-2. 3-2 Arsenal.
Really?
Let me know your predictions in the comments down below. That's mad, isn't it?
You think
I said it.
If there's 5 goals, I'll buy you a Nando's or something.
I said it. Yeah.
There's not going to be 5 goals.
It's either literally going to be 1-0 or 3-2. It's going to be one of those games.
If there's 5 goals, I will be so pleasantly surprised. I don't think...
Give us a prediction. Come on, quick. Go on. Give us a prediction. You put me on the spot and I should be putting you on the spot.
Do you know what? I think it might be a draw, you know?
Oh, we don't want that.
I think it might be. I think it'll either be a draw or one of the teams will pip the post at the last minute. But it's just so tight.
Bold a prediction. I'm going to close the show with this. 3-2. Kim Little once again gets the winner. Thanks for watching.